Today is Wednesday, April 20th. We'll take a look at the basic materials sector in the stock market today because there's been a lot of changes there. Commodities are doing better, and this is a commodities related sector. So starting out with the ETF, XLB ETF, just simple trend line. You could actually adjust this line. Was it here? That was your initial breakout. That's a pretty good line. But got to go with the most recent version of that line, and that encompasses or incorporates this little flag pattern we see here. So not bad, looking pretty good. We've got the 50-day average about to cross over the 200-day average. I hesitate to use the term golden cross, but certainly a 50-day above the 200-day is a good thing, not a bad thing. And price relative down here, this is performance versus the S&P ETF. You can see the shorter version broke out, waiting for this longer version to break out, and that'll be the really good signal that things are looking hot here. And just one more line I would like to draw. I mean, this is pretty obvious just to eyeball the chart. So you have another resistance breakout in the ETF. Let's look at a couple of component stocks. Over here on the watch list I have Alcoa for aluminum. Same story, got to break out the resistance. You got a flag pattern here. Crossover looks like it's already happened, and price relative looks like it's already broken through its trend line. Freeport McMoran, copper and gold stock. Pretty good gauge on the copper market and a bellwether for, I'd say, business activity in general. This almost looks like an inverted head and shoulders pattern with a very small right shoulder, but the same story, breaking out, looks good. Let's put one more trend line in here just from the top. Just because the more the merrier. You could draw it there, that looks pretty good for a breakout, or we could pick it up. We could pick it up and put it there, but I don't think that's quite as good of a line. So we'll leave it here for a nice breakout in this stock. CF Industries, this is fertilizer. Obviously it had a much rougher go of it in the last couple of months. There's a breakout yesterday from this pretty solid trend line. This is a pretty nice looking line. It moves through the 50-day average, but that's not really a buy signal in this particular stock. You can see it's really oscillated around that for quite a while. So heading up to the 200-day average, that's probably a good target, a good return to a mean, if you will, for this fertilizer stock. And finally, U.S. Steel. Well, you can't argue with that performance. The stock has more than doubled, almost tripled, actually quadrupled. I think there's a low of around 5 in there. So that's a pretty good run. Is it overbought? Well, let's check it out. Put up an RSI. Let's see. Well, it's up there. It's up there, so it's probably a little high risk. But the point is that steel stocks, this is a representative, are also on the move higher. So we have in basic materials, we have aluminum, copper, fertilizer, steel. Chemicals in general, that's the fertilizer stocks are part of the chemical group. So there we have it. We've got the bottom of the economic food chain doing nicely. It's a good thing for the market.